The recycling process certification checks the origin of the waste, ensures the traceability of the recycling process, and calculates the recycled content in the output. In contrast, the recycled plastics traceability certification focuses on the traceability and calculation of recycled content in compounds, semi-finished products, or finished products throughout the entire value chain. These audit processes include a thorough review of the documentation and a physical inspection. A key component of the on-site audits is the traceability check, which ensures precise tracking from the input to the output and vice versa. The audit requirements comply with the standards outlined in EN 15343 and are in line with the chain of custody controlled blending model, which focuses on certifying recycled content in a known proportion in the output. The recycling process certification is centered on certifying the recycling of input plastic waste, whether pre-consumer or post-consumer, into a recycled output. On the other hand, the recycled plastics traceability certification focuses on tracking the recycled plastics throughout the entire chain and calculating the recycled content in output products. The latter applies to all operations involved with recycled outputs or products containing recycled plastics, including processes such as compounding, converting, production, or trading. It is important to note that the recycling process certification serves as a point of origin, meaning that any recycler supplying material to a company seeking to get certified must hold a Recyclass recycling process certification or an equivalent. Today, Recyclass recognizes user Plus only as equivalent. For the recycling process certification, eligibility is restricted to plastic recyclers that hold a valid waste management permit. On the other hand, companies that want to obtain a recycled plastic traceability certification must handle recycled plastics or products containing recycled plastics, and the supplier of these products must have a valid Recyclass certificate or a recognized equivalent certificate. The calculation of recycled content is based on the minimum percentage of recycled plastics present in the output. Auditors must check production records and product formulations during the assessment. The formula used for this calculation is in accordance with the European standard EN 15343. The recycling process certification includes 4 distinct add-on modules. Module A applies to companies recycling plastics intended for food contact applications. Module B is designated for recyclers whose outputs are meant for cosmetics and household care products. Module C is addressed to corporate social responsibility requirements, and Module D is tailored specifically for PVC recyclers. Module A is split between Module A1, focused on pre-processing requirements, such as shredding, shorting, and washing, and Module A2 is focused on the decontamination process in food contact. Currently, Module A2 is available exclusively to companies within the EU 27+3 that have a suitable recycling technology in place. Module C is mandatory for recyclers operating outside the EU 27+3 area. And finally, Module D can be combined with Module I in the Recycled Plastics Traceability certification to certify controlled loop in case of PVC and closed loop requirements in case of other polymers. Recycled plastics traceability certificates demonstrate alignment with the European standard EN 15343. They can be used to substantiate the use of recycled plastics in Spain, which leads to the reduction of the plastic tax fee depending on the percentage of recycled plastics used. It is important to note that the certificates must be issued by an accredited certification body. Certification applications are handled by recognized Recyclass certification bodies. Once an applicant selects a certification body, the auditor will request the necessary information to prepare for the on-site audit. The audit date is agreed between the applicant and the auditor. The audit itself will typically last at least 1 day, during which the auditor will review the documentation, inspect the site, assess the processes, and evaluate the input and output data to check its accuracy. Following the audit, the certification body will compile a report and, after an internal technical review, issue the certificate. Recyclass is kept informed throughout the audit process and maintains a quality control system in place to ensure consistent reporting and interpretation of requirements across the different certification bodies. With the recycling process certification, companies can use the certification mark and promote their certified recycled outputs in business-to-business communications. On the other hand, a recycled plastics traceability certification will allow certification holders to use the certification mark or make claims about the percentage of recycled plastics used in a specific product in both business-to-business and business-to-consumer. It's important to remember that such claims must be specific to each product, being part of the scope of the certificate. Recyclass has a specific guidance on claims that we invite all certified companies to review and apply accordingly.